So this is the Unkept Woods. It's a zone modeled on Butcherblock. It's really large. It's got mercenary tasks here, fairly easy to do. These are the Relocians, and that's one of the mercenary tasks, so you can knock that task out while camping this particular name, Drillmaster Suga. And it's fairly easy pull if you just want to kill one mob that's in the way, then you can pull the named clean here. There's 3 ships at one end of the zone. Again, it's modeled on Butcherblock. This is a tier 2 zone, and I had no real problem killing the trash, but the name pretty much kicked my ass, just tore through my pet. And I tried this named a number of times. I'm not showing you on the video. And I kept feeling like I could do it. I think I could keep my pet up if I focus just on the pet. But if you try and take any time to start pouring on the DPS, my pet died. And then it was the only thing I had left was my swarm pet, who stood up surprisingly well, but again doesn't recycle quite fast enough to completely polish off the mob that way. I feel like I could do better, and I'll practice, but my thought was I should bring on a partner. It'd be easy to box a second character here, and I'd probably go with the tank, and I'm thinking Shadow Knight or Warrior. Now, Shadow Knight is clearly the popular group choice and really the better choice. The only reason I would go Warrior is a Shadow Knight is an actively played class. There's a lot of things. You're going to be pushing a lot of buttons. You're going to be tapping constantly to maximize that class. A Warrior, you can hit whatever armament you want to put on him to protect him, and then just set him up to start attacking. Now, he won't be played to his best. I mean, you won't be getting the 100% out of him, but if you're focused, and I'm doing this manually, I've got 2 screens, toon on each screen is the plan. I haven't boxed since I quit EQ last time, and I haven't played the Shadow Knight or Warrior, so I'm going to have to get myself back into that mode. But boxing 2 characters is pretty easy. I've got 2 screens. 1 character will be on each screen, and I won't even have to tab. I can just mouse back and forth and play those 2 characters fairly effectively, hopefully. If I was going to start boxing again more intensely, then I would plan to bring on a Bard, because I feel like a Bard is another character that's very easy to manually box. You can set him up to playing his toon. Again, you're not getting the max out of him, but you can just tab over and occasionally hit his epic or whatever else you want to do, and it's fairly effective. And if that's because I want to keep my Necro, if I was really gonna box, I like Shadow Knight, Shaman, and Bard. That's kind of a nice combination. And then I would focus Shadow Knight as my main. But I'm not quite ready to give up the Necro yet. I just want to bring in some extra power to help me on these names. And so I have 2 choices, as I said, to box somebody or to go ahead and just bite the bullet and beta buff my Necro up to 125. But we're so close to the new expansion coming out, and I was enjoying seeing somewhat similar to my actual main Necro on Bristlebane, which is the server I play on, the live server I play on, how he could take it. And I found that he can handle all the trash throughout the entire zone, and he can handle the tier 1 names. Probably a better player could handle the tier 2 names, or if I just focused a little bit sharper. I mean, I feel like it's almost there, but they go through those pets really fast. You're going to want to pay attention to if you are taking on these names and your pet isn't the tank, make sure you've got taunt off, because if they can just chew through a pet so quickly. The named, I found 3 named here, actually 2 I found, and 1 I heard about. You know, there's a sergeant named, a Sergeant Coon, something like that. There's a General Orcas or Auras, and then Drillmaster Suga. Those are the 3 names I found in this zone. And my way, since I don't have track, my way of finding names tends to be just run around, and if something sees through Invis, then I have located a name, and that's how I found the General. Saw through Invis. There's some other names where I found that. This one I just got lucky, and I found him up, so I knew where he was supposed to go, and then I started camping him and found his placeholder, etc. I like Unkept Woods. It's a pretty good zone. This is it's not a hard expansion. There's only 2 missions in it, and that seems I would have liked 3 or 4 missions. And I haven't had a chance to try the missions out yet. I'd have to find somebody to group with to do those. But it looks like I went ahead and bought a second copy of the Laurion song for my Shadow Knight account. And I re-upped the Shadow Knight account. Doesn't mean that I'm necessarily going to play the Shadow Knight. I've already beta transferred the Shadow Knight over, but I will probably just do a full beta buffed 125 toon of some sort, whether it's going to be the Shadow Knight or the Warrior. That's going to depend on what setup I want to be. When I quit EQ, and then my other computer gave out the ghost, so I called my guys over, my friends, and we built a new computer, a new hard drive, and I didn't save all of my EQ files, so I've had to rebuild my setups from scratch. That's what I will be doing with my Shadow Knight. And at the very end, I have my base setup, which is essentially what I have for the Necro without Necro specific hot buttons, hotkeys. I'm trying to go with a maximum of 6 hotbars, and then I'm using Shift 1, Shift 2, and Shift 3 for lesser used abilities of various characters. And of course, I try, because I box a lot of classes, I try to use a similar setup for all of my toons. I always put Invis in the same place, for instance, so that I can rely on a certain amount of muscle memory. Scratch. And well, I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I know that I did. It was great spending time with my wife and family. Oh yeah, this is my base setup, so I'm getting ready to figure out Shadow Knight, Warrior. Let's figure that setup out, and you guys will probably see it in an upcoming video. I went with a fire transition here because I forgot what transition I used in the earlier ones. I did the first part with Drillmaster Suga, and then I decided to add this little bit. Anyways, you guys take care. Talk to you later. Bye.